Okay, this is the start of Change Tab Content CSS on page 284. Many of the attributes related to a jQuery tabs objects do not function properly in the design pane unless live view is active. The final step of this stage of the project is to review the tabs when all options are working and then make any necessary changes to make the file work within the content of the overall size. So that's what we're going to work on next. So while the info tab is active, we are going to turn on live view. And you can see now that the formatting attributes were not evident in the regular design view CSS that will be automatically applied in the jQuery tabs object. Defines the appearance of various elements of the object, such as the individual tabs, the backgrounds behind the tabs, and the content area. The built-in styles, however, do not affect the formatting of the various elements within the content area. You have to define or attach CSS to control the appearance of those elements. Now, the one thing, if you notice, there is a gray area in the main content area that doesn't really do anything justice, and that's what we're going to be working on. So in the CSS design panel, so let's click over to CSS designer panel. Okay, and what we're going to do is we are going to click add source. So up at the top, we're going to click add source and choose attach existing CSS file, which is going to open up the attaching existing CSS file dialog box. We're going to make sure that link is checked. We're going to click the browse button. We are going to go into the CSS styles, and this time what we are going to select is the styles.tabs CSS. So once you have styles.tabs CSS selected, click OK and open. And that now has changed to what we are seeing on the left-hand side. In live view, what we're going to do is we are going to alt-click the About tab. So let's alt-click the About tab. And it opens up the box that shows all, this is Code Navigator is what you're looking at. And if you move your cursor over the various selectors and you can review the defined properties. So it actually shows you what is in each one of these. What we are going to do is we are going to click the UI state default. So we're going to scroll down UI state default, which is right here. And let's see what happens when we click it. When we click it, oh my, it opens it up. UI state default. Okay, automatically shows the related code panel and selects the related selector, so you can see all the different stuff that's in it. In the CSS designer panel, at this point, what we're going to do is we're going to go over and click the show set option. Okay, and when it does that, you can see that it's starting to show the items that are inside of that. And what we want to change, because they don't match, are the colors. And you can see the set colors is a turquoise. So what we're going to do is open that, and we are going to change that color to the A30234. So 30234 and hit tab, and that changes it to the the same color, and then we are going to alt click the first paragraph. So let's alt click the first paragraph. And what we want to do when we alt click the first paragraph is move the cursor to the UI widget content. So UI widget content, which is right here, and review the settings. And then we're going to click it in Code Navigator, which brings us to this. And in the CSS Designer, we want to click to select the UI widget content. So it should be alphabetical, so scroll down, and we're looking for UI widget content. Okay, I'm going to pull this down some more because I am not seeing what I want to find. So UI widget content is what we are looking for. Right there in the selector, and in the properties section. So let's go back to the properties section. We want to do background color. So we are going to do, click on the square with the dots and get to background. And it's not showing a background color. Hold on a second. Okay, what it is saying is we click to remove the CSS property button for the background selector. So I'm assuming that is this right over here. So we're going to click to remove it, and sure enough, it took all of that out and gave us a nice white background. Once I've done that, what I want to do is go down to the bottom of the document window and change it back to the iPhone 7 Plus so I can see what it looks like. Then we are inspecting in live view, which gives us a nice look. And we can see how these work. Now, what's really cool is if you click on these, you will see how it changes just like what we put in. So it works really, really nice. Now, once I have done all of that and I see that it is all working correctly, let's go up and do a file and save all. And it saves everything in the list. And we can now close out info.html, and that completes this particular lesson.